swagger. Look in the mirror and say, Scotty, what's up? Hey, I'm getting his money. Oh. Grab you if you love a gay shay. Yay. By the way, that vocal stem, I need to clip that straight up, okay? Grab you if you love a gay shay. Yeah, for the ones that know, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? For the ones that don't, just look up Akasha Bentley. Y'all see what I'm talking about. All right, we're doing the Hollywood Hot Topics. You already know what to do. Make sure I hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. It's been a crazy, crazy week, ain't it? All right. Now, congratulations go out to Porsha, Marsha. All right. Porsha, you guys, had a big win in court and is now the owner of Simon's previous home. Okay. Now, this is a big win in this divorce settlement, which has been going on for a little bit of a minute now and has been really stressing Porsha out as to where she's going to live and all that. We saw this all chronologized on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and now she has taken that W. I, for one, do not think she's going to keep the home. I feel like she's going to probably repair whatever may be wrong with it, and she is going to sell it. Okay, because now she has secured the deed to a multi-million-dollar home. TMZ confirmed this. They said a huge win for Porsha Williams. She scored a 7-figure divorce settlement in the house from her ex Simon, and she told a judge he agreed to quickly pay up the other money he owes. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Porsha transfer his interest in the Atlanta mansion they once shared to Porsha through a quitclaim deed. Porsha also agreed Porsha is entitled to $1,068,181.63 in reimbursement from his share of the property's equity, and further agreed to give Porsha the title to a 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost. Okay, why couldn't it be a Cullen and Simon? Under the agreement, Porsha says she has full authority to refinance the home or sell it in a commercially reasonable manner without Simon or an arbitrator being involved. The docs say Porsha and Simon confirmed the settlement terms under an oath during an August 5th hearing, telling the judge the agreement resolved all of their remaining issues. I know Kelly is somewhere gaga. See, that's why you don't make fun of stuff that's not settled yet, because you never know which way it may turn out. You don't brag about stuff that hasn't been settled yet in court because you never know how it may turn out, a la Drew. So at this reunion that is set to drop Sunday, which I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking so forward to that reunion. Y'all may not get the Bad Boys reunion recap until Monday, and then y'all may get the Real Housewives of Atlanta recap on Sunday. It's no shade. Like, I'm looking forward more to that than that Bad Boys reunion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that reunion, even the sneak peek, it looked so good that it's like I may drop it on Sunday night. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really may drop it on Sunday night. And y'all might just have to wait Monday night or Monday afternoon for the Bad Boys recap. I ain't gonna lie. All right. In the sneak peek, we see Porsha and Kelly going back and forth, and Kelly's basically saying, "Oh, that's Simon's house. Give that man back his house." Well, it didn't look like it turned out that way. Okay. I will say though, Porsha, I hope you're spiritually protected, bae. Okay, which Porsha probably is. You know, she does pray to the Lord. We all know she was a deacon and a pastor before she turned gay. Because I'm telling y'all, something about this seems a little too good to be true. Simon is over there getting the shystiest woo lady over there in Africa, and is about to work up some magic. Okay, I'm just saying, Porsha, be very careful. I'm just saying, I feel like the best thing for her to do would be to sell that house. Get up out of it, only because it does not have good memories attached to it with everything that y'all went through with y'all divorce. I don't feel like it should be the house that she should raise her daughters in, like her daughter in, and just grow up in and everything. The energy attached to it is not good and it's not positive. So I feel like her best bet would be to sell it. Okay. And she'd get a big, big payout. And as big as that home is, the amount of upkeep that it probably takes to be able to upkeep a house like that, I know is not cheap. Porsha's not going to want to be spending all that money to upkeep a big house that she didn't even get in a positive way. Like, no. She has too many things and bags and jewelry and hair to spend money on, you know, a la Go Naked, that she's going to invest all of that into a home. I don't know. I don't think it's smart for her to keep it. I would sell up out there quick, okay, and start new beginnings, all right? So that way, anything that Simon may do, it will not hit you because you're not going to be up in their house, okay? To be honest, I don't feel bad for Simon. And the reason why is because everything glitters ain't gold. You thought that, you know, you your situation with Fallon, although Fallon was doing her dirty deeds, that you could go out here and find you a trophy wife, and you ended up being a trophy. I want to be a trophy, trophy. I want to be a trophy. I could tell you how to show you up, baby girl. You know you're the only one. A trophy. You ended up being a trophy. Isn't that crazy? I know he is somewhere gagging right now. Like, you lost your home, you had to leave the country. Like, it's just like he took L after L after L after L after meeting Porsha. This is why all glitters is not gold. All right. I understand Fallon was doing her dirty deeds and all that, but just the way that y'all came both together, it was destined to be bad. Okay? Because y'all did not meet under honest intentions. Y'all met while he was still married at her and Fallon's house. I don't give a what nobody said. They were married straight up. So that was at one point Fallon's house. Her name was maybe not on the D, but oh well. It was her house too. She was living up in it. She was married to the nigga. So, like, what are we talking about here? I cannot stand that discussion. It irritates the living crap out of me. As for y'all that try to justify it, I always side eye y'all because that would mean you would do that to somebody that you may know and come over their house until they take their husband like it's nothing and don't even blink or think twice about it and think y'all life gonna end up peachy cream, and it doesn't. Okay. Let's talk Nancy Grace really quick. Now, lately she's been trolling Diddy, and you're gonna have to stop. Focus on Nolan Wells. We have better things to worry about than what Diddy is doing up in the clinker. Cause you're over here talking about, his booty and all these things. And I find it a little bit tacky. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a little bit better than that. Leave that up for the content creators, babe. You're not supposed to be gagging the girls like that on national television. Am I the only one? Like, it's just like, what? Like, I just feel like once you reach a certain point in journalism, you should not be trolling like this, okay? What did Diddy ever do to you, Nancy Grace? I mean, my God. Did you get a misinvite to a party? I'm confused. It's giving you tried to go to a party and they told you no. They stiff armed you. You tried to go to an all white party thinking it was cool because some of your folks was going to be down there. And then he said, no old ladies allowed. Okay. Because the way you be on him is a little much.
He got in a fight behind bars. When asked who won, we were told he held his own. Translation, Diddy got a booty beaten. How you like it now, Diddy? After you beat all those women, we saw the bruises.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, damn. I get it, though, in regards to the abuse. Okay, that I'm with 100%. I'm with 100%. He deserves all the lashes for that. It's just the other stuff. Just like, okay, now, we focus on Nolan. Nolan. That's the name we going to forever say to the end of time. Okay?
1 month has been added to his already reduced time. There you go. He got another slap on the wrist. I wonder how all the crime victims, the rape victims, the sex victims feel about that. Diddy got a booty beat.
Diddy got a booty beat. Diddy got a booty beaten. Diddy got a booty beaten. I can't. Let's talk Chris Blake Griffith. I feel like what he's doing now is borderlining on the point of, do you have feelings for this man? Do you miss this man? Would you like to be with this man? Because you're straight with kids. So why are you posting him constantly as a memoriam of a broken relationship? It's getting weird. It's getting weird. Like Nene says, it's getting really weird. He posted another collage of him and Stefan recently. Now, this isn't the first time he's done this, so let's keep that in mind. Which this collage, he has matching outfits, matching shoes with him. Okay, they looking like Atlanta's finest couple. All right, strutting down the hotel lobbies, malls, venues. I mean, Pablo, is that a Canoris? Have nothing on them. For the ones that know, no, okay? We're all in the same, we're never in the same rooms. Maybe except Bulldogs, but I never go there. For the girls that know, okay, it's a lot of inside jokes that y'all just gonna have to catch up with. Y'all go catch up, y'all go catch up, okay? Check the Patreon. I broke down that situation. It's too explicit for YouTube, though, no shade, okay? It's just some things are too explicit for YouTube. If it got a lot to do with DV and all types of, throwing things and squabble down, we can't do too much on here. All right, now these are some of the pictures included in the collage, all right? I'm talking about candid photos, candid videos. You get what I'm saying? And then he posted a picture of definition of commander. He said, one, an official position of command or control, such as commanding officer, the presiding officer of a society or an organization. If words have power, imagine a prayer. Then posted another picture with just the font, said, what love got to do with it? Everything. Once again, matching shoes, similar outfits. I know this has scarred Stefan for the rest of his life. He's never going to be able to get close to a male like that again. Like, ever. He's never going to be able to get to a male that is in the creative department ever in his life. Like, anybody that's probably GAY in his camp, he probably makes them stand 30 to 40 feet away. Mind y'all, this is not a gay man. I want to reiterate that, because one thing that I don't like about this story, a lot of people are like, oh, that's it. That used to be his gay boyfriend. No. This man has a BM with kids that he's with. So that is not the case. Now, if they were together, both of them would have been on the low. Okay? Gotta keep it on the low. If you want it, gotta keep on the low. They both had to keep it on the low. So that's one thing that bothers me anytime this story is told on the internet, is that y'all try to make it seem like, both of them were just doing their own thing type. No. Or not doing their own thing, but y'all made it seem like Chris was like, the punk stylist. No. The reason why he included that whole commander definition, Stefan just went to the Washington Commanders for a year. So I guess he's doing this to sort of troll him and to poke fun at him, but it's giving obsessed to me. Like, I don't think this is helping his case whatsoever. And if I was Stefan, I would try to put this in the court as some sort of, because if you were so affected by what happened, and that's what makes, although we could laugh and kiki about this case, especially what happened with the whole Cindy situation, SA in the grand scheme of things is just not funny, whether they're grown or not. So if you were so affected at what happened to you, and it changed the trajectory of your whole life, and it bothered you so much, why are you posting old images of us together? That's weird. So I don't get what his goal is out of this besides trolling, because in court, I don't think this would look right. If I was Stefan, I'm saying, you're digitally me and you're bullying me because you're posting old images of us together, which is traumatizing me. I'd spin the narrative on his. Now, Stefan wants this case thrown out because he feels as if, it's BS. And over the post where he basically said that he's lying on his name because he got caught stealing, and he doesn't feel like that's defamation because it's true. So he wants that to be thrown out if it's 100% true. But the problem is with that, he's going to have to prove that the items were stolen. So unless Chris is on camera stealing it or has pictures of the items that were stolen, him in it, then that's going to be the problem. So this whole case, though, is just irritating to me because I just feel like it pushes this whole DL narrative thing and this whole DL situation out, because we all know how the girlies love to eat that up when it comes to the DL stuff on the internet. Like, they used them as like the prime example of like, a DL relationship when both of these men are quote unquote straight. So to me, that does not count. Now, if this man was gay, if Chris was gay publicly and him and Stefan were cool, then we could talk about it and make that a whole topic and a subject. But that's just not the case. That's what irritates me. Because people don't do their research when it comes to that situation. They just see him and they just think he about because he light skinned and pretty. Like me and stuff. Now, Claressa to me is a little bit of a glutton for punishment. She did an interview with Cam Newton, which to me, Cam Newton was kind of playing in her face the whole time, making faces like. Now, the one time I will say I agree with the face that he made is when she said she would put her career on pause to have a child with Papoose. I really hope the divorce is finalized before you ever do such a thing. I swear, if that were to be done before that divorce is finalized, I think Claressa Shields will have the biggest regret of not having that divorce finalized and her actually getting married to him and having that baby before any of that is done. Because I just feel like this. If you dating a dude, a woman, whatever, that is still legally married and they're in the process of divorcing, you should not have any children with them. You should not move in with them. You should not do anything physically with them in regards to a big life change, like moving, like having a child, until that divorce is finalized, because that's when you will know things are actually serious and they're fully moving on. Because I feel like in a process of a divorce, anybody could change their mind. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. Anybody could change their mind. You never know. In the words of Kai, you put your trust in the dump, that ass ain't like, I just feel like she will regret it if she has that child before that marriage is done. I'm telling you, it's going to be something lethal, okay? Because people don't put enough emphasis on how strong Remy and Pop was together when they were together. Like that, they were a couple at one point that a lot of people would look up to or would give an example as to what they want in a relationship. Because he held her down for so long. Once they got out, they pushed forward and got their career up and going again. Like it was something that I feel like we looked up to, and now that's not the case anymore. So who knows one day if both of them will wake up and say, hey, what are we doing? Papu says, hey, what am I doing with you? You a little bit crazy. You a little bit, very clingy. Hey, I want my family back. You never know. I'm just saying. But in this interview, she talks about the hypocrisy people have given towards her. She feels as if somebody were to go, if he were to get with an IG baddie, if he were to get with somebody that is not established, then people would have less criticism towards him. I'm like, this how I know you don't know that nigga like that. You think he would do that? You're crazy. You think he would go from being with Remy Ma, a celebrity, a known figure, to an Instagram baddie? You're insane. That nigga was never gonna downgrade. He was always gonna upgrade. Hello? Besides our connection, he's also very business savvy and he's also very smart. For him to go with an Instagram baddie that's not going to do him anything of good, that would be foolish of him. He knows this. Where's that gonna get him? An Instagram, a promo, a sponsorship? No, babes. He was gonna upgrade. Your bank account had to match hers or somewhat close to it. Do you not see the game that's being played here? I don't know. Her just saying that to me kind of scared me because it's like, I don't think you notice me as much as you think you do.
Make this be a big thing when it was like, she's over there living her happy life. We're over here living our happy life. Our happy lives never were intertwined. Never. So it's like when I hear this stuff, I think that women who try to come from me, they're mad that he didn't stay there and deal with it and he moved on. That's the only thing. He moved on with somebody, like you said, he's older than me. I'm younger. I'm top of my game. Got my own money. I look good. My body look good. That's the problem. He was supposed to downgrade. He's supposed to go to like some Instagram model who got like 2,000 followers and do that. He ain't supposed to be able to bag the greatest.
The biggest.
That's the problem.
The toughest.
To me. That's the problem. Because it's like, I ain't never done none of y'all. All I did was be in a happy relationship, be with him. I try to avoid this conversation here about mentioning the ex. I'm trying to swivel.
And one thing I realize is her PR is failing her. Every interview ends up circling back to her and Papoose. This is why I said in the previous video, she now is not her own entity. It's Papoose and Claressa. Claressa and Papoose.
I think
So she is not now her own entity. That is a bad thing to have out on you. Child wasn't using my blog. How dare I? Okay. I just noticed that. Yeah. Okay. Make sure y'all follow Ebner on Instagram and all social media platforms. Hello.
think that women who try to come for me, they're mad that he didn't stay there and deal with it, and he moved on. That's the only thing. He moved on with somebody, like you said. He's older than me. I'm younger. I'm top of my game. Got my own money. I look good. My body look good. That's the problem. He was supposed to downgrade. He's supposed to go to like some Instagram model who got like 2,000 followers and do that. He ain't supposed.
And that is why Cam gave her that look, because he was thinking, you think so? No, babes, because of what I said earlier. You are financially equivalent and or similar to a Remy. That's the closest he can get to that amount of status. Why would he downgrade?
Supposed to be able to bag the greatest. That's the problem to me. That's the problem, because it's like I ain't never done none of y'all. All I did was be in a happy relationship, be with him. I try to avoid this conversation here about mentioning the ex. I'm trying to swivel and swerve because it's like, what I'm talking about you for? We're not gonna fight.
Oh, and if y'all do, she gonna pop you. So that's not gonna happen either. But I feel like her PR needs to do a lot better. There are certain questions now she should not be asked. There's 1,000,001 Claressa Shields interviews. She's gonna give us the same answer. Why is she still being asked about this man? There has been no update, no progress in his divorce. So why is this even being asked? Until it's finalized, then we get a question. How does it feel now that Papoose's divorce is finalized and you can now marry him legally, and you can stop this and people can stop putting this narrative on you about being with a married man? That's now going to be the new question that needs to be asked later when this divorce, if it is going to be done, is done. But now that it's still going on, why are we asking this 1,000,001 times? This has been asked upteen times. And what happens is they take that part, they clip it, it's all over the blogs, and all we know of her now is just talking about Papoose and Remy, talking about Papoose and Remy, talking about Papoose and Remy. At some point now, she want to squabble down a radio host over it. I don't think this is doing her any favors. Now, this has caused a huge debate because now Charleston White has put his 2 cents in, which then caused Latto to put her 2 cents in and basically call him up ass for basically not minding his business, because he feels as if, why doesn't the internet give Latto that same energy for messing around and dating a married man as well?
Talk about 21 Savage and Latto. Latto don't get no backlash for getting pregnant by a married nigga. If Claressa Shields was a light-skinned girl, mixed breed, nobody would have a problem with her. But because she's a darker skinned complected black woman, who's in physical shape, you can't beat her up. She got a mouth on her. She speaks out against somebody who speaks up against her. And they're trying to vilify her. Why are they trying to vilify her? Because Papoose and Remy Ma.
And I will say, I don't see Claressa Shields as a villain. I do not see her as a villain at all. Some may do just because she's easy to make fun of, but I don't see her as a villain. To me, if Papoose wanted to stay with Remy, he would have stayed with Remy. Pure point blank. Nothing would have stopped him from staying. Regardless of what Remy was doing, he would have stayed. They would have worked it out. I'm a firm believer, and can't nobody steal nobody person. That person wants to be stolen. Straight up. It's one thing to slip up, do a little 1-2, 1-2, but to full on go on a relationship public and all of that, that person wants to go. So to me, I don't think Claressa Shields is a villain. And I don't agree with the colorism subject on this. And the reason why is because unlike Claressa, Latto does not show off this relationship. She does not continuously talk about it. If anything, she hides it. So those two to me cannot be compared. At one point, we thought the nigga was Wizard Kelly. We did not know who this person was. We had to get hints. We had to look around. We had to put 2 and 2 together to be able to know if it was 21 Savage. So that's not the same thing at all.
Had a public separation. Remy Ma got caught cheating with another nigga. She left Papoose for another nigga. Papoose stayed single for a while. Took him a year or so, and he got with Claressa. What the is wrong? Because they ain't got married. Or he ain't got a divorce. I got a wife and a girlfriend. Claressa Shields is everything you want your dark-skinned daughter to grow up to be. I would want my niece. Why do she have to have a problem with him still being married like y'all do? So I want to say to the on the morning show with Jack and Shawty, I was on too. Ain't got no room to be messy. That was a whole messy question. That was a bitch messy question back to the hotel. And y'all ain't finna dress it up like the people want to know. We don't want to know. Only you messy want to know. Why?
But my whole thing is the messy can't ask if the PR makes sure that is a question that is not to be asked. We done had this answer 1,000,001 times. If I'm her PR, these are the, please do not ask this about Papoose. Do not, if you're going to ask about the relationship, nothing in regards to the divorce, nothing in regards to Remy Ma, nothing in regards to this, nothing in regards to that, please. Or else my client will leave. She has been asked about this numerous times. It's going to be the same answer. Straight up. Because it's like, y'all act like the answer going to change. She going to be like, you know what? I do have a problem with him being married. I'm going to call Papoose after this. And if he don't get a divorce quicker than he needs to right now, I'm going to knock him out. It's not going to change. But to say this is a double standard, I don't agree at all. I'm sorry. And I do feel like the internet, they took Latto through there at one point, especially with certain things that she was saying, raps. She was made fun of a lot. People felt as if she's like she's who she's with. People felt like she's hiding him because he's probably cheating on her. Like, it was so many things that were made fun of Latto. We had other fandoms poking fun at her because of that. So she did not have like an easy road with this mystery person, because this mystery person she was with, because at one point it was a mystery person. She wasn't parading it. She wasn't saying he upstairs. So I don't feel like the two can be compared at all. Now, Latto did take to the internet and address this and was very upset with the fact that Charleston was putting his 2 cents into this and was not happy at all. And also, Charleston Wright is not the person to be talking about anything dealing with a woman and marriage and anything sanctified under God. Please, okay? You can't even talk about a woman you can't even talk about a woman without saying the B word and calling them a bitch. I mean, no, that's like the wrong person. Please, can you get like, well, I was gonna say somebody, but not them either. I was gonna say Pastor Jamal, but Can we get Shawnee's husband? Boom, Shawnee's husband. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody. You know, he ain't really had much out there on the internet about him. You feel me? Like, how about that? You know, that's somebody respectful. You feel me? That can speak on these things. You. Oh.
Talking about walking.
What are you talking about?
What is say? Talking about acting like I'm a boss. And watch your mouth with that word.
See?
Listen here, you little boy. I'll tell you one thing. You already my mama and my daddy. That baby. When it comes to that baby, don't say nothing. I don't even want to hear the word baby in my name.
Child, you know she a new boy. She's a new mother too, so she not finna play about that baby. Okay. Well, what Candy say? You talk about my man, my baby, and my mama. You talk about my man, my money, my baby, and my mama. Okay. That's one thing that'll get an Atlanta girl going.
In a sense. Little boy, don't let y'all be loud and wrong for too long. I ain't no married man.
But my whole thing is, Latto, you could have kept that response once. And two, you are. Like, you allegedly are. So it's like, he didn't tell any lies. I just don't agree with it. The colorism part of it, that I don't agree with at all. Okay, I do not agree with it. And I feel like Claressa Shields, the reason why it's so easy with the internet now to pick on her is because she does do some foolish things. Like, y'all remember when she was on the internet and she obviously had a wig on and she said, "That's not a wig, that's my hair." Like, it's just like, come on now. That's like me coming on and be like, I ain't get a transfer. I grew this out. Like, girl, like, please. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to lie. You don't have to lie to us. And I think that's what makes it, a lot of people find her to be an easy target. And I do feel like her team sets her up a little bit for failure. And I wish they didn't, because some of her image can still be rectified.
It's actually my natural hair. That's why I have my edges covered up, because I ran them out this morning. But you guys aren't used to me wearing my hair out, and I don't really like wearing it out that much either. I like it braided. But like I said, make sure you try to clean everything. Like, I'm gonna flip the, somebody said nice wig. You mean nice hair? My wigs be straight. It's actually my natural hair. That's why I have my edges covered up, because I ran them out this morning. But you guys aren't used to me wearing my hair out, and I don't really like wearing it out that much either. I like it braided.
You see what I mean? Like, things like that. It's like, come on now. Like, this is why the internet be on her. It don't just be the papoose state. It be a mixture, a little bit of stuff like this, and then you add the montage of papoose, and then you get it. Okay. Now let's talk about this whole situation, because I feel a ways about this, because we all knew this was gonna happen thanks to Sydney's idiotic, stupid self, who did what she did. I don't care what nobody says. There's no defending what she did. There's no, but no. Sydney deserves to rot in there just because she decided to be foolish and be nasty and thought she was gonna get away with it. Okay. Now there's this old clip that's resurfacing of when he was in the pool and there were children in the pool, and it went viral. Okay. Now a lot of people are having this resurface because of a comment that he said in the video. Now in this video, he was getting into it with other people, especially the parents in the pool, because of him recording live and like basically how he was acting or whatever, right? So just to give you guys a background story of the actual video, it wasn't just him bragging about how people want to F him and this person want to F him. Now in this video, he did say kids want to me. Okay, now let's take a listen. This was when he was in the bragging part about it after getting into it and all of that midst with the people in the pool.
Me kids want to me aunties, everybody. Niggas want to me kids want to me aunties, everybody.
All right, so now this clip, y'all, is resurfacing, especially due after the whole Sydney situation where we all know what happened, and people are saying that he belongs basically in that group and nobody wants him. Okay, and he shouldn't be saying that the kids comment. I agree with that 100%. He should not have said the kids part. Do I think he meant it? No. I feel like people are trying to loop into this whole mess and this whole shebang because two reasons. He's a part of the community, and they see now with this whole Quiet on the Creek thing, it is becoming not only a saying, but the song is doing really good. So a lot of people are not happy about that. They're not happy with this gay ass man with a big ass beard and a big ass belly reaching peaks of success that some may want to reach. And another part of it, they don't like where he says, when I was a little girl, I used to go fishing. You got to be a word crowd on the creek. A lot of people don't like that because they feel like you are a grown man, you're not a little girl. And they kind of wish that he would not use that part of the song. Okay. Now I feel like there's nothing wrong with it completely because he always says material girl. It's always a girl. It's never girl. Okay. Like he's an infant toddler girl. It's always a girl, like the terminology that gay people use. So that's why I didn't feel it was that big of a deal. But this video is problematic, don't get me wrong. And I do feel like he does need to come out and say and give a backstory about this video because a lot of people do not know the backstory about this video. They just see this clip and they're taking what they take from this clip and they're saying and they're things about it. And this is why what Sydney did, she's a piece of crap to me because Now other people are being affected about what you did, and they're trying to loop people in situations that have nothing to do with anything in regards to harming children because you harmed the child. This is why I don't care if she rots in there. Oh well. Because now you have left an impact, you nasty. And my whole thing is trying to cancel somebody like I just feel like when it comes to certain people, they're not cancelable. Like, we're already so far off the Richter scale of being on any list. Y'all never seen it for the girls, y'all never seen it for the gays or anything like that. So it's like y'all canceling people that's already not even considered. They're not part of the Richter scale, they're not part of anything to be given props, knowledge, accolades to. You feel me? So when it comes to stuff like that, it can't be canceled. All right, somebody like Saucy can't be canceled for something for a minor mistake like that. Now somebody like a Sydney, now that person can be canceled because she didn't act. She acted on a child. Now that's cancelable. That's somebody that we can throw to the dust because they cause other people to be affected. Okay, that's how I feel about that whole situation. I've been seeing it on the up and up, and I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So boy, it's gonna blow, and then Saucy's probably gonna have to speak out about it. So that's just my thoughts before it does. All right, so Tyra Banks and La Roche got into a huge argument during the Project Runway, a recent episode of Project Runway, to the point where they ended on a cliffhanger, which I believe is one of its first cliffhangers ever ended on. Project Runway doesn't usually end up on cliffhangers like this, but the debate was so heated and it got such in turmoil they had to end it in a cliffhanger. If y'all don't know, one of the contestants on there was on Drag Race. Her name is Play Jane, and she even talked about how being on the show, certain things that were done, Plane didn't agree with, didn't like the way that some of the contestants and stuff were treated. Now, to me, this argument is kind of dumb, only because it's okay to have differences in opinion, especially when it regards to fashion. Some may agree with certain things and how it looks, others may not. Now, I will say I would rather take an advice from a La Roche than a Tyra Banks, because Tyra, you are a model. La Roche is an actual designer. He's an actual stylist. So I feel like he would know what he's speaking of more than Tyra would, especially with how we found out the makings of Top Model and how little she was involved in certain things that were done. So I would take an advice for La Roche. Okay, I do think La Roche, though, when it comes to him being a judge, he to me takes that villain role a little bit too serious. We get you're the villain. It's as if he wants to make sure we know he's the villain. We get it. You don't have to remind us with how you act and certain things that you say, babes. Like it's already noted. It's already imprinted villain. You don't need to kind of like give us the highlight or reel of it with certain things, with the interrupting and the quick wit. Like we get it. Okay. And it's a little off-putting sometimes too. Like it really is, especially on Drag Race. Like there's certain things I'll be here for that he says on Drag Race, but there's other things that I'm just like, okay, like now you do a little bit too much. Like it's not that serious, but that's La's personality. Okay, Tyra Banks even being on the show to me is very confusing. This season to me, because I have been watching, is a little confusing. Why is Tyra Banks a judge, a rotating judge? Like she's a model. Like, of course she was in the fashion industry, don't get me wrong, but it's like this is Project Runway and designing clothing on a model and how it's supposed to look. She was the person getting designed on. Whatever they put her in, she couldn't, you feel me? I doubt she would say, I think you should do this, this, and that. No. She took it, she ran on that runway and got her check. So how could she judge that? Sort of like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. On Not STV, this show called Bad Only. They had judges that were not bad bitches, judging bad bitches. I was like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I mean, my God, like that to me made no sense. How y'all gonna say who a bad bitch or not if you're not one yourself? That's like me judging a football game. I would know nothing I'm speaking of. So what qualifications do I have to judge something like that? That to me is insane work. That's why to me this argument shouldn't even happen, because Tyra should not be there. especially as a rotating guest. Maybe as a special guest for 1 week, yeah. But rotating constantly, that to me is a little peculiar to me. All right. Anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think down below about this video. Coming up, Miami, the latest episode will be dropping soon. The recap of that on Patreon. Members, I did drop the recap over there if you haven't checked it out. All right, more videos on the way, and we out, y'all. Bye.
Welcome to the house of entertainers, spilling all the tea on the